Ladies and gentlemen, there is a secret that many people search for their entire lives. They seek it in wealth, in status, in achievements, yet they remain empty. That secret is simple, yet profound. It is kindness. The world teaches us that success is measured by how much we accumulate, but true success is measured by how much we contribute. When we choose kindness, we tap into a higher law, the law of giving and receiving. When you show kindness, you are not just helping another person, you are unlocking a door. Consider this: the happiest people are not those who have the most, but those who give the most. Why? Because kindness activates a principle that governs life itself. The more you pour out, the more you are filled. Kindness is a seed, and every time you sow it, you create a harvest of joy in your life. Now, kindness is not just about grand gestures. A simple smile, a word of encouragement, or an act of generosity can transform a person's day, even their destiny. The small things we do for others often leave the greatest impact. There is a greater purpose to your existence than just living for yourself. You were designed to be a vessel of love, a source of light in a world that desperately needs it. When you choose to be kind, you align yourself with a divine principle. That principle is unshakable sense of joy. So, my challenge to you today is simple. Make kindness your lifestyle. Give without expecting. Love without conditions. Help without hesitation. Because in the end, the happiest life is not the one that takes, but the one that gives. Kindness is one of the most powerful forces in the world, yet it is often underestimated. Many people spend their entire lives chasing happiness, looking for it in wealth, status, and achievements, yet they still feel empty. What they fail to realize is that true happiness is not found in material possessions, but in how we treat others. The way we engage with the people around us determines the quality of our lives, far more than anything we can accumulate. Acts of kindness, both big and small, have the power to enrich our lives in ways that money or success never can. When we extend kindness to others, we experience a profound sense of joy and fulfillment. This is because kindness is deeply rooted in our nature as human beings. We were created to connect, to uplift, and to care for one another. When we act with kindness, we align ourselves with this natural design, leading to an inner sense of peace and purpose. Scientists and psychologists have even confirmed that acts of kindness release endorphins, often called feel-good hormones, which contribute to a happier and more meaningful life. It is no coincidence that people who regularly practice kindness tend to report higher levels of satisfaction and well-being. Kindness creates a ripple effect. One small act of generosity or compassion can inspire countless others. When you show kindness to someone, they are more likely to pass it on to others, creating a chain reaction of goodness. Imagine a world where every person made it a daily habit to be kind. How much pain and suffering could be alleviated? Even in difficult times, kindness has the power to bring hope, restore faith, and remind people that they are valued and loved. Many people believe that happiness comes from receiving, but the truth is that it comes from giving. The more you give, the more joy you receive in return. Kindness is one of the simplest ways to give, and it does not require great wealth or resources. A simple smile, a listening ear, or a few words of encouragement can have a profound impact on someone's life. These small gestures, though seemingly insignificant, can uplift a discouraged heart, bring comfort to someone in pain, or give hope to someone struggling in silence. Kindness also strengthens relationships and builds deeper connections between people. When we treat others with kindness, we establish trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Whether in families, friendships, workplaces, or communities, kindness fosters unity and harmony. A kind word or action can heal wounds, mend broken relationships, and bring people closer together. Many conflicts in life arise from misunderstanding or selfishness, but kindness has the power to dissolve anger and replace it with peace. It teaches us to be patient, to listen, and to respond with compassion rather than hostility. Another remarkable aspect of kindness is that it is contagious. When you are kind to others, you encourage them to be kind as well. Studies have shown that people who witness acts of kindness are more likely to engage in kind behavior themselves. This means that by practicing kindness, you are not only transforming your own life, but also influencing the world around you. You have the power to make kindness a movement, a force that spreads from one heart to another. It is also important to recognize that kindness is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. Some may think that being kind means allowing others to take advantage of you, or that it makes you vulnerable. However, the truth is that kindness requires great courage and self-discipline. It takes strength to be kind in a world that often rewards selfishness. It takes resilience to remain compassionate even when others are unkind to you. But those who choose kindness despite challenges are the ones who truly rise above negativity and experience lasting happiness. One of the greatest aspects of kindness is that it costs nothing, yet its value is immeasurable. You do not need to be wealthy, highly educated, or in a position of power to be kind. Everyone, regardless of their circumstances, has the ability to be kind. In fact, some of the kindest people in the world are those who have the least in terms of material wealth, but have the richest hearts. Their lives are filled with love, generosity, and joy because they understand that true happiness comes from giving rather than receiving. Kindness is not just an action. It is a way of life. It is a choice that we must make every single day. When we choose kindness, we choose a path that leads to happiness, fulfillment, and a deeper sense of purpose. The secret to a happier life is not found in external success, but in the simple, intentional acts of kindness that we extend to others. Life operates on principles, and one of the most profound is the law of giving and receiving. Just as nature functions in cycles, seasons change, rivers flow, and plants grow and reproduce, so too does human existence follow a pattern of reciprocity. When we give, we set a process in motion that leads to us receiving. This is not just a philosophical idea, but a universal truth that has been observed in various aspects of life, whether in relationships, success, or personal well-being. The more we give, the more we receive. Kindness is one of the simplest yet most powerful forms of giving. When we extend kindness to others, we open the door for kindness to return to us in ways we may not immediately recognize. Some people believe that holding on to everything they have, whether material possessions, knowledge, or even love, will make them more secure and fulfilled. However, the truth is quite the opposite. The more we give, the more we expand our capacity to receive. A generous heart is never empty because giving is like planting seeds. Over time, those seeds grow into a harvest of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Consider this. A farmer does not expect a harvest without first planting seeds. In the same way, life does not return blessings to those who do not first give. When we give kindness, we are planting seeds in the lives of others. Some of those seeds will grow immediately, while others may take time to blossom. But one thing is certain: what we sow, we will reap. If we sow generosity, we will reap generosity. If we sow love, we will reap love. If we sow selfishness, we will eventually reap isolation and emptiness. One of the greatest misconceptions about giving is that it must be material. While financial generosity is one form of giving, it is not the only or even the most important. Giving can take many forms: our time, our attention, our encouragement, our wisdom, or even a simple act of kindness. Sometimes a few kind words to someone who is struggling can change their entire perspective. A moment spent listening to someone in need can give them the strength to move forward. The gift of presence, being there for someone during their difficult times, is often more valuable than anything money can buy. Another key aspect of giving is that it must be done with the right intention. True giving does not expect anything in return. It is not a transaction, but an act of selflessness. When we give freely without calculating what we will gain, we unlock the real power of generosity. Ironically, those who give without expecting often receive in greater abundance. Life has a way of rewarding selfless generosity, sometimes in ways we do not anticipate. A person who continuously gives kindness will find themselves surrounded by supportive and loving people. Someone who gives their time to help others will always have help when they need it. Giving also creates a deep sense of fulfillment. Many people think happiness comes from accumulating, but true happiness comes from sharing. Have you ever noticed how good it feels to help someone? That feeling is not accidental. It is a natural result of aligning with the law of giving and receiving. When we hoard everything for ourselves, we create a stagnant life. But when we freely share, we experience growth, joy, and deeper connections with those around us. Even science supports this principle. Studies in psychology have shown that acts of generosity activate pleasure centers in the brain, similar to those activated when we receive rewards. This means that giving is not only beneficial to others, but also directly enhances our well-being. People who regularly practice acts of kindness and generosity tend to live longer, have lower stress levels, and enjoy greater emotional stability. The simple act of giving releases endorphins, creating a sense of happiness that no amount of selfish accumulation can provide. Giving shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. Many people live with a mindset of lack, believing that if they give, they will have less. But those who practice generosity realize that giving does not lead to lack, it leads to multiplication. A person who shares their knowledge becomes wiser. A person who shares love receives love in return. A person who gives encouragement is surrounded by encouragement when they need it most. Giving creates an endless cycle of abundance, ensuring that our lives remain full of joy, connection, and purpose. One of the greatest lessons in life is understanding that we are not meant to be reservoirs that only store, but rather channels that distribute. Water that remains stagnant becomes polluted, but water that flows remains fresh. Similarly, a life that is self-centered and focused only on personal gain becomes empty and unfulfilled. But a life that flows with generosity and kindness remains vibrant and meaningful. The more we give, the more life continues to pour into us, ensuring that we are never without what we need. The law of giving and receiving is an undeniable reality that governs our world. When we give freely, we invite abundance into our lives. When we give kindness, we create an atmosphere of love and peace. When we give without expecting, we open the door for unexpected blessings to find us. True wealth is not measured by how much we keep, but by how much we give. Because in the end, what we give to others will always find its way back to us in ways greater than we can imagine. Kindness is one of the most powerful forces for transformation in the world. It has the ability to uplift, heal, and inspire change in ways that no material possession ever could. A simple act of kindness can alter the course of a person's day, and in some cases, even their entire life. The beauty of kindness is that it does not require wealth, status, or extraordinary talent. Anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances, can extend kindness to another. It is through these seemingly small gestures that we create ripples of positive change, shaping the lives of individuals and ultimately the world. One of the greatest aspects of kindness is that it does not discriminate. It can be extended to anyone at any time, in any place. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or even just taking the time to truly listen to someone can have a lasting impact. Many people are fighting silent battles, struggles that are not visible to the outside world. A simple act of compassion can remind them that they are not alone, that they are valued, and that there is still goodness in the world. Sometimes a single moment of kindness can restore someone's faith in humanity, giving them the strength to keep moving forward. It is often said that kindness is contagious, and this is absolutely true. When we show kindness to someone, they are more likely to pass it on to others. One small act can create a chain reaction, reaching people we may never even meet. This is how kindness transforms lives. It spreads beyond the initial giver and receiver, influencing countless others along the way. A child who grows up in a home filled with kindness is more likely to become a kind adult. An employee who experiences kindness in the workplace is more likely to extend kindness to colleagues and customers. A stranger who receives an unexpected act of generosity may be inspired to do the same for another. This ripple effect is one of the most remarkable aspects of kindness. It multiplies and extends far beyond what we can see. In many cases, kindness has the power to heal deep wounds. People who have been hurt by life's challenges, whether through loss, disappointment, or rejection, often carry emotional scars that are invisible to others. While we may not be able to erase someone's pain, we can offer comfort and encouragement. A kind gesture may not seem like much, but to someone who is struggling, it can be a source of hope. The simple act of acknowledging someone's presence, offering a helping hand, or expressing genuine concern can serve as a reminder that they are not forgotten. Kindness also fosters a sense of belonging. Many people today feel isolated and disconnected, despite living in a world that is more connected than ever through technology. Genuine human connection, built on kindness and compassion, is what truly brings people together. When we take the time to be kind, we create spaces where people feel safe, accepted, and valued. Whether in families, schools, workplaces, or communities, kindness helps to build strong, supportive relationships. It reminds people that they are part of something greater than themselves, that they matter, and that they are not alone in their journey. Kindness is a reflection of strength, not weakness. Some people mistakenly believe that being kind makes them vulnerable, or that it allows others to take advantage of them. However, the reality is that kindness requires courage. It takes strength to be kind in a world that often rewards selfishness and competition. It takes wisdom to choose kindness over anger. Kindness is not about being passive or allowing others to mistreat us. It is about choosing to be a force of good, even in difficult circumstances. Those who practice kindness consistently are among the strongest individuals, as they have mastered the ability to remain compassionate despite life's challenges. Another remarkable quality of kindness is that it requires no special resources. It is accessible to everyone. You do not need money, status, or influence to be kind. It costs nothing to smile, to encourage, to listen, or to help. Some of the most powerful acts of kindness come in the simplest forms. A handwritten note of appreciation, an unexpected compliment, or a moment spent with someone in need can make all the difference. The beauty of kindness lies in its simplicity. Anyone can practice it, and yet it holds the power to transform lives. Kindness does not only benefit the receiver, it also transforms the giver. When we practice kindness, we experience an internal shift. Studies have shown that acts of kindness trigger the release of oxytocin, a hormone that promotes feelings of happiness and reduces stress. Those who regularly engage in kindness tend to have lower levels of anxiety, improved well-being, and a greater sense of purpose. When we make kindness a habit, we are not just improving the lives of others, we are also enhancing our own. One of the most powerful aspects of kindness is its ability to transcend barriers. In a world that is often divided by differences, whether in culture, beliefs, or social status, kindness serves as a universal language. It has the ability to bridge gaps, break down walls, and create understanding between people who might otherwise never connect. Kindness reminds us of our shared humanity, that at our core we all have the same fundamental needs: to be loved, to be valued, and to be understood. Kindness is a gift that keeps on giving. It is one of the most powerful ways to transform lives, not just for those who receive it, but for those who practice it as well. It creates a world where people feel seen, valued, and cared for. It fosters connection, heals wounds, and inspires hope. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the potential to make a lasting impact. The world does not need more wealth, power, or fame. It needs more kindness. And when we choose to be kind, we are not just changing one life. We are contributing to a world that is brighter, better, and filled with endless possibilities. Every individual on this planet is born with a purpose. Life is not an accident, nor is it a series of random events. Each person carries within them a unique assignment, something only they can contribute to the world. However, many people spend their lives searching for meaning, looking for fulfillment in material possessions, social status, or personal achievements. While these things may bring temporary satisfaction, they do not provide lasting joy. The true essence of purpose is found in love and service to others. When we align our lives with the principle of love and kindness, we unlock the deepest level of fulfillment and happiness. At the core of every great life is a heart that is dedicated to serving others. Many believe that success is measured by what we achieve for ourselves, but true success is determined by how we impact the lives of others. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and visionaries throughout history were not those who lived only for themselves, but those who dedicated their lives to making the world a better place. Their legacy was not in what they possessed, but in the love and kindness they poured into others. It is through giving, serving, and loving that we fulfill our highest calling. Love is not just an emotion, it is a powerful force that shapes lives and changes destinies. When we choose to love, we activate a divine principle that goes beyond human understanding. Love has the ability to heal wounds, restore broken relationships, and bring hope where there is despair. It is through love that we truly begin to understand our purpose, because love compels us to look beyond ourselves. A life centered around love is a life that is rich, not in material wealth, but in joy, peace, and meaning. One of the greatest lessons in life is realizing that we were not created just to exist. We were designed to contribute. A tree does not bear fruit for itself. It produces fruit to nourish others. A river does not hold water for itself. It flows to provide for everything around it. Likewise, we were not placed on this earth simply to take, but to give. When we embrace this truth, we stop chasing happiness in the wrong places and begin to experience true joy through acts of kindness, compassion, and service. Purpose and love are inseparable. Many people spend years trying to discover their purpose, not realizing that purpose is not something we find, it is something we live. Every day presents an opportunity to walk in purpose by choosing to love and serve others. It does not require a grand stage, a high position, or great wealth. Purpose is fulfilled in the small, consistent acts of kindness that we show to those around us. The simple decision to help, to encourage, to uplift, or to listen is what creates a meaningful life. Kindness is the language of purpose. Whenever we extend kindness, we are walking in alignment with the reason we were created. Every person is connected, and when we uplift someone else, we not only change their life, but also strengthen the fabric of humanity as a whole. No act of kindness is ever wasted because it contributes to a greater purpose, one that goes beyond personal success and leads to collective well-being. Love and kindness are also the greatest investments a person can make. Unlike material wealth, which can be lost, stolen, or destroyed, the impact of love and kindness is eternal. The words we speak, the encouragement we give, and the support we offer can shape someone's future in ways we may never fully see. Some of the most influential people in history were not those who accumulated wealth or power, but those who dedicated their lives to serving others. Their names are remembered because their love and kindness left a lasting impact. A life built on love and kindness is a life that never lacks. Some people fear that if they give too much, they will be left with nothing. However, the principle of love and kindness operates differently. The more you give, the more you receive, not always in material ways, but in joy, fulfillment, and peace. Those who pour love into others never run dry because love is an endless resource. It multiplies when it is given away, ensuring that both the giver and the receiver are blessed. There is a reason why the happiest people in the world are often the most generous. When we live with open hands, willing to give and serve, we create an atmosphere of abundance. We stop living in a mindset of scarcity and begin to see that there is more than enough joy, kindness, and love to go around. People who live with a purpose rooted in love never feel empty because they are constantly pouring into others, and in turn, life pours back into them. Kindness is the greatest reflection of a life well lived. When everything else fades away, the only thing that truly matters is how we loved, how we served, and how we made a difference in the lives of others. People may not remember our achievements, our titles, or our possessions, but they will always remember how we made them feel. A single act of kindness can echo for generations, creating a legacy far greater than any worldly success. Every individual is given a choice, whether to live for themselves or to live for something greater. The secret to a fulfilling, purposeful life is simple. Love unconditionally, serve selflessly, and be kind without expecting anything in return. The greatest reward of life is not in what we receive, but in the lives we touch. And when we choose to live by this principle, we not only fulfill our purpose, but also experience the deepest and most lasting form of happiness.